So if I was Patty Watson, 289-203, if I was to come here and say select a couple of them, $150 and $48, and I proceed to the payment page. So we're showing the invoices that were selected. This is customer online bill pay. I can go back, add more invoices, but this is what I want to show you is the payment portal. So payment portal, what I'm showing are two tokens. So tokens, it's the cardholder data created inside of the payment gateway, tokenized, and they're simply brought back as masked representations, the XXX last 4 digits. That is not cardholder data, but it sure helps with subsequent orders where you want to work with tokens. If there wasn't any tokens there and we wanted to create a new payment profile, and I'm working against CyberSource right now, so I could choose eCheck. And that's important because eCheck doesn't come with the expensive fee baggage, so to speak, as credit cards. Everybody mentions that you know their margins are tight in that 2%, or with American Express it's probably going to be higher. It's all based on the card. If the user has a 2 or 3% cash back, your fees are going to be higher than if the user is using, say, a debit card, which is it's called the interchange rate is much less. So if I wanted to create a new profile here, and let's go ahead and create a profile. So I'm going to create a Discover card. Before I create the profile, I'm going to take this frame that I'm on, and that's what it is. It's a frame. And I'm going to view the frame source. So I am the user. I am Patty Watson, and I am inside of CyberSource. I'm doing this and CyberSource is owned by Visa. So this is called hosted payment page. When I click on that, and this is where you're entering the cardholder data, the PCI scope is off of your JD Edwards, off of your local area network. It's purely between the end customer that's creating a new profile. So let me get a card here. I think this is a good card, and I'm going to create this, and I'm going to finish it. So the authorization was a success. And then did you notice on the form there was a checkbox that said save? So the user and you have the option of doing it one time. Maybe the user doesn't want it saved. And their profile, but because it was saved, when PCI gets into CHD, they talk about it from a processing, transmit, and at rest, storage. And so it's 100% done by CyberSource. So in CyberSource, you have your reports login. I can actually go in and show it, but I need to get back to the focus of our demo. But we created the token in CyberSource and brought it back there. It's a new token, and the sale was successful, and I was able to do that. And if I was to now show this invoice, 389203, and I did it at the line item. So let's now go into, this is Patty Watson on the payments portion, and I'm doing a filter on that invoice, and we selected 2 of the items, 48 and the 13, and actually it was actually the top 2. So you see the receipt number coming from JD Edwards, 1-333-5835. If I was to now go to JD Edwards and show that under the inquiry, that's all coming from JD Edwards. So there it is. And then we did it on the 2 receipts that I selected. One was already there with the invoice. So it's fully paid. And if I was to look at, this is what I wanted to show. So you can see payment ID, receipt number, everything is there from that customer online bill pay.